Okay po. So, good afternoon. So, last week nga we discussed about the fraction, decimal, at saka percent po, and its conversion to one form to another. This week naman, we'll be focusing on problem solving using fraction, decimal, and percent. Let me share my screen. Okay po. Okay. Ito. So, solve problems involving fraction, decimal, and percent. Nakikita po ang aking pong presentation.
Opo, sir.
Okay po. So, when we talk about problem solving with decimal, fraction, and percent, ito pong tatlong to ang pinaka-importante nating mabigyan ng pansin. What we call base, portion, and rate. When we talk about base, it refers to the total amount, original amount, or a whole part. Ibig sabihin, ito yung original na number na pinag-uusapan natin. Portion is part of the base. It refers to a partial amount of the base. And rate is the quantity or amount measure of portion of the base. So para maintindihan lang natin kung ano yung itsura ng base, ano yung itsura ng portion, at ano yung itsura ng rate, let me have this example. Ang sabi dito, Mauricio bought a half kilo of coconut oil from nearby store. Since a kilo of coconut oil cost 68 pesos, he paid 34 pesos. Identify the base, portion, and the rate. So, sa loob ng problem na ito, nandito na po lahat ng base, yung portion, at saka yung rate. Ulitin natin, when we talk about base, ito yung total amount o yung original na amount. So, sa ano sa palagay nyo dito yung original amount? Anyone? Alin kaya dyan ang original amount? Anyone who can guess? Alin kaya dyan?
Sir, yung ano po, 68 pesos.
Correct. The original amount is 68 pesos. So that is our base. Saan pinagbasihan natin? So bawat kilo raw ay 68 pesos. Pero magkano raw yung kanyang binayaran lang?
34 po.
Dahil 34 lang ang binayaran niya, ibig sabihin, portion lang ng 68 ang ating ibinayad, which is, in fact is 34 pesos. So our portion is 34. Parte lang siya ng 68. At anong parte ng 68 ang 34? What will be our rate? Bakit naging 34 lang binayaran niya? Eh, ang original price nga natin is 68. Anyone na makapagsabi? Bakit 34 pesos lang binayaran niya?
Ano po, sir? Gawa ng half a kilo lang po yung binili ni Mauricio.
Correct. Dahil kalahati lang or half lang yung binili niya, hindi naman yung 1 kilo, ibig sabihin kalahati lang ng presyo yung babayaran niya. Kaya po the original 68 becomes 34 because our rate is just 1/2. Yan po ang ating design. So our base is 68, portion natin ay 34, at ang rate natin ay 1/2. Okay? So ibig sabihin, if we are asked, sabi natin, 1/2 or kunyari po ay 1/4 of 100, kunyari, 1/4 of 100 is 25. This is the given example. This is the given. 1/4 of 100 is 25. Add dyan yung base.
Yung 100 po.
100. What will be our portion?
25 po.
Correct. 25 ang ating pong portion. Bakit out of 25 of 100, 25 lang yung binayaran natin? Ano yung rate niya?
1/4, sir.
1/4. That's correct. Ibig sabihin, the rate is in form of either fraction, or it can also be in form of decimal, or it can also be in form of percent. Please take note of that. Okay po. So paano natin, kunyari, may nawawala isang parte dyan, paano natin siya isosolve? So puntahan natin ngayon ang ating po mga formula. Let me clear this one. Okay. So we have this formula. Please take note of this. The base, in order to look for base is in the formula, base equals to portion over rate. Kapag nawawala naman ang portion natin, that is rate times base. While kapag nawawala naman ang rate natin, it's portion over base. Please take note of this formula. Again, when you're looking for base, B is equal to PR, P is equal to R times B, and R is equal to P over B. So let's try solving one. Carla has 100 pesos. She has to spend 30% of her money to buy some snacks. What is the amount that should be spent? She should spend. Again, Carla has 100 pesos. She has to spend 30% of her money to buy some snacks. What is the amount that she should spend? So, ibig sabihin, ang kailangan lang natin hanapin dito sa given ito ay RPB, or our base, our portion, and our rate. Sino sa palagay nyo dyan ang meron? Sige nga. Ano kaya si 100? Anyone? Ano kaya si 100? Is that a base, a portion, or a rate? Sa palagay nyo?
Base ba?
Correct. That's base. Kasi ang original na pera niya ay 100. Out of 100, meron daw siyang gagastusin. So ibig sabihin, parte ng 100 ang gagastusin niya na hindi natin alam. Meron sinabi dito na 30% of her money. Ano yung 30%? Rate or portion?
Portion.
Portion? It is our rate. Diba sabi ko sa inyo, rate is in form of decimal, fraction, or percent. Ibig sabihin dito, out of that 100 pesos, 30% lang ang gagastusin nyo. Tandaan nyo, para hindi kayo malilito. Ang base at saka portion, laging pareho ng units. Kung ang base ay 100 ay peso, ang portion natin ay 100 ay peso din. Ibig sabihin, hindi pwede yung 30% kasi percent siya. Okay? So, laging pareho ang base at saka ang portion ng unit. Kung yan ay cups, cups. Kung base natin ay cups, ang portion natin ay cups. Okay po? Kung base natin ay kilo, ang portion natin ay kilo kasi parte ng base ang portion. At ang rate, it is always fraction, decimal, or percent. In this case, we will be looking for the portion. Gaano raw, out of that 100, 30% daw ang nagastos niya. So magkano yung 30% ng 100? So since nawawala ang percent natin, ang portion natin, babalikan natin ang formula. Anong formula? Sabi, when nawawala ang portion, use the formula P is equals to rate times base. Portion is equals to rate times base. So we are to multiply rate times base. So P is equals to rate times base. So anong rate natin? Anong rate natin?
30%.
30%. Kung convert natin to decimal, ano ang 30% sa decimal?
0.30.
Correct. 0.30. 0.30. Times 100. So, ta-times natin sa 100. So, that's 0.30 times 100. Pwede kayong mag-calculate, wala tayong problema. So, kapag pinultiply natin ang 0.30 sa 100, ang lalabas po dyan ay 30. So, ibig sabihin, 30 pesos out of 100 ang kanyang nagastos. So, nakumpleto na natin. BPR. Base is 100. Ang portion natin ay 30 pesos. And ang rate natin ay 30%. Ibig sabihin, 30% of 100 is 30. Clear po tayo doon? Question.
Opo, sir.
Question muna. Question? Do you have any question? Clear po tayo?
Opo.
Clear
Okay.
po.
Let's try another question. Nico, a college student in a certain school in General Santos City, has 200 pesos daily allowance daily. If she saved 1/4 of his allowance, how much that he saved in a day? Okay? So, ang titingnan natin dito ay ulit ang ating pong base, portion, at rate. Can someone tell me kung alin po ang meron kaya dyan sa ating nasa lagayan natin or nasa question natin? Anyone?
Base at rate po.
Base at rate. Ano ang base natin?
200 pesos po.
At ang rate natin?
1/4.
That's 1/4. That's correct. So, ibig sabihin, nawawala ang ating portion. Kasi ang tinatanong naman, magkano raw yung kanyang savings? Eh sabi, yung savings daw niya ay 1/4 of his allowance. So, magkano yon? 1/4 of 200. So, sabi natin, portion is equals to rate times base. So, ang rate natin is 1/4 na pwede mong i-convert into decimal kung gusto mo, which is equals to 0.25 kapag kinonvert natin times 200. So that is 0.25 or 0.25 times 200. Ano magiging sagot natin? If you have your calculator with you, what will be our portion? Or ano ang 1/4 ng 200?
50 po.
Correct. So the answer is 50. So our portion is 50. Very good. Clear?
Opo.
Okay. Let's have another example. Joanna got 48 out of 60 item in business math test. What percent was her score in the test? Joanna got 48 out of 60 item business math test. What percent was her score in the test? So, balik po tayo ulit sa idea that we are looking for their base, portion, and rate. Ano ang atin pong meron dyan? Sino po mga magbigay?
Base and portion po.
Base and portion. Sige nga, tama yun. Base and portion na meron tayo. Ano ang base natin?
60 po.
Correct. Ang original number natin ay 60 kasi there are 60 questions in business math. Pero ilan daw ang tinama niya?
48 po.
48. So ang nawawala natin, ilang percent siya ng 48? So ang gagawin natin, kung babalikan natin yung formula kanina, sabi, pag nawawala raw ang rate, that is portion over base. Portion over base. So it will be rate is equals to portion over base. Ano ang portion natin? That is 48 over 60. Both are divisible by 6, I think. Both are divisible by 6. So this is 8 out of 10. Or convert natin into decimal, that is 0.80. At kapag i-convert natin sa percent, kasi ang sabi, what percent? Ano ang 0.80 sa ating percent? What is 0.80 sa percent?
80%.
Correct. 80%. So our final answer is 80%. So kapag binasa natin to, 48 is 80% of 60. 48 is 80% of 60. Clear po tayo? Basta
Opo.
susundin lang natin ang formula. Okay? Our formula in looking for base is portion over base. Kapag hinanap po sa atin, nakaspecify na percent ang hinahanap ko, so you have to convert it into percent. Pero kung wala namang nakaspecify ang sabi what part, pwede na siyang fraction na lang in lowest term or in decimal, or it could also be in percent. Bahala na po kayo. Nagkataon lang na in this question, it is very specific na percent ang hinahanap natin. Clear po tayo?
Opo, sir.
Okay, let's have the next one, letter D. Carlo and Aaron decided to put up a baker shop. If Carlo will invest 25,000 and Aaron will invest 15,000, what percent is Carlo's investment? Okay. Ulitin natin. Carlo and Aaron decided to put a bake shop. If Carlo will invest 25%, while Aaron will invest 15,000, what percent is Carlo's investment? So we are to look for base, portion, and rate. So since ang tinatanong dito ay what percent, it is very obvious that we are looking for rate. So ang meron tayo ay P. Ano kaya ang magiging base natin? Ano kaya ang magiging base natin? So, palagay nyo.
25,000 po, sir.
25,000 ang base natin. Di ba sabi, what percent is Carlos investment? Ang investment daw ni Carlo is 25%. Magkano ba lahat ang investment? Magkano lahat ang investment? Di ba sabi natin, when we talk about base, whole. Magkano lahat ang investment?
40,000 po.
Correct. It's 40,000. Bakit naging 40,000? Ang investment, the total investment is 15,000 at yung 25,000 ni Carlo. Yung 25,000 ni Carlo at 15,000 ni Aaron, kapag pinagsama, it's 40,000. Ngayon, anong parte ng investment ang tinatanong? Yung parte raw ni Carlo. Magkano ibinigay ni Carlo?
25,000 po.
Doon papasok sa 25,000. Okay po. Kasi ang tinatanong, what percent is Carlos investment? Kasi tandaan natin, when we talk about base, kabuuan. Regardless kung kanino man yan, basta pag pinagsama-sama yung investment, yun ang kabuuan. Ang kabuuang investment natin is 40,000 coming from the 25,000 of Carlo and the 15,000 of Aaron. So then, kapag hinanap natin yung kay Carlos in part, that will be 25,000 out of 40,000. So in order to look for the rate, sabi nga natin, it is portion over base. So that is 25,000 over 40,000. Diba? 40,000. Both are divisible by 1,000. So pwede kong sabihin ito ay 25 over 40 na lang. Ano pang pwede mag-divide dito? Sa 25, 5. So that's 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Then 40 divided by 5 is 8. So that's 5/8. Kaso, ang hinahanap natin is in percent. So you have to convert it into decimal first. What is 5 over 8 in decimal? So that's 5 divided by 8. 5 divided by 8 is 0.625. Kapag dinivide mo yung 5 by 8, ang lalabas sa atin ay 0.625. At kapag change mo siya into percent, it means it's 62.5%. Po. Okay, so coming from the 25,000, which is our portion, and our base, which is 40, we convert 25,000 over 40 into lowest term. We divide that by 1,000, kaya naging 25 over 40. Kaya pa siyang i-divide ulit ng 5, kaya naging 5 over 8. Pinaliit natin change natin into decimal para makapunta tayo sa percent. In order to change our fraction to decimal, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So that's 5 divided by 8 is 0.625 or 625,000. Then if you change that 625,000 into percent, that will be 62.5%. Question?
Wala
Clear?
po.
Clear po ito. Clear? Kung paano nangyari? Okay. Let's have the last one, which is this one. 250 pesos is 20% of the original amount. What is the original amount? Again, 250 pesos is 20% of the original amount. What is the original amount? Okay? So, ano kaya ang nawawala dito? BP or R? BP or R ang nawawala?
Base po.
Base, kasi ang nasabi dito, nawawala ang original amount. So technically, kitang-kita natin na nawawala agad si base. So sino si portion? Portion is
250.
250, that's correct. And what is our rate?
20% po.
20%, that's correct. So paano natin solve to na nawawala si base? Balikan natin ang formula. Pag nawawala po si base, yan. Pag nawawala raw si base, it's portion over rate. Portion over rate. So that is P over R. P over R. Where in this case, P is 250 pesos and our R is 20%. But it will be better if we will change our 20% into decimal. So that is 250 over 0.20. So i-divide natin ang 250 by 0.2. So pwede kayong gumamit ng calculator dyan. So what is 250 divided by 0.2? What is 250 divided by 0.2 or 0.20 hundredths or 20 hundredths?
1,250 po.
Okay, check na natin. 250 divided by 0.2, it's 1,250. So our original amount is 1,250 pesos. So nasolve na natin yung problem. Okay? Kita po. Tandaan po ha, yung rate natin, kapag hahanapin yung base, you have to change that into decimal. Huwag yung gagamitin ng percent ha, you have to change it into decimal. Clear? So you just have to follow our formulas here that in terms of looking for base is equals to portion over rate. When we are looking for portion, that will be rate times base. At kapag nawawala naman ng rate, that will be portion over base. Clear po? Question?
Opo, sir.
May question po tayo? Okay po. So ito po ang gagawin natin. yung activity 3 po natin, which is page 13 to 14, identify it. So you just have to identify which is base, which is rate, and which is portion. Okay po, you don't have to copy, just answer. Okay? Then for activity 4 and activity 6, there are given problems. Kailangan ko po ng solution. You don't have to copy. You don't have to copy the problem. Ang kailangan ko lang po ay solution and final answer. Is that clear?
Opo.
Okay po. So, yan po. It's all about naman sa rate, base, at saka rate, base, and portion. Clear na po tayo? Pa-check nga po ng inyo pong, hawak nyo po ba ang inyo pong ang inyo pong module? Umabot po hanggang page 20.
Sir, ako po wala po ang module.
Sige, so I'll be passing din. Ipapadala ko rin sa inyo pong GC ang sasagutan nyo po. Ano po? How about the others, yung may hawak ng module? Nasa inyo po? Umabot po hanggang page 20. Hello po. Pwede po bang sumagot sa akin? Kyle, Shane, Giselle, Chelsea, Saisa, Jerlyn. Hawak niyo po ba ang module niyo? Pa-check nga po.
Opo, sir.
O yan. Umabot hanggang page 20?
Opo.
Okay, very good. So thank you very much for attending. You may start answering. Ganun po ulit tayo. Kapag may gusto kayong itanong, alam nyo na po ang call out, Sir Panotis. Kapag magpapasa po, pasa mo ng sagot, then sundan po ng hashtag week 2 done. Clear po tayo?
Opo.
Okay po. So thank you very much for attending. I-upload ko rin yung video para mapalikan nyo. Bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Bye-bye.